All right, shalom. This is Kanak on Banyan Charlotte from the GMS Lions in Camp. First and foremost, I'd like to say Kyle Halaya, by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakakodash, my mouth, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Archimate pushing his truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth do corrupt, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." And so the topic I'm going into is like what are your treasures? We have a lot of things that are on this earth that we cherish. But we have a lot of possessions, but how much do those possessions mean to us? Are we putting those possessions before Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? Are we making sure we're putting Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai first? What is treasure to you? Um, the real treasure is wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because nothing can corrupt that or eat it or steal it. You know, nothing can can defile it or taint it. It's His word is always true. So putting treasuring that over everything else puts you in the position to get everlasting life. You know, some people treasure money, so they spend all their mind. And the key point is, um, for where this is verse 21. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." All right. So if you let's just say you hustle for a living, you know, then that word heart means your mind. All right. Let's say you hustle for a living and you make your money on the streets and you like making money, you get money, that's your thing. Your mind is always on your money, on how you can make a dollar. That's what your mind constantly stays on. So wherever, and then if that dollar is out there in them streets, that's where your mind is out there in them streets, or how you can make some money, you know? But let's skip over to verse 24. So if you cherish some money, um, that's going to be to your destruction. All right. All right. It'll be to your destruction. This is First Timothy 6. And um, start at 3. It says, "If any man teach otherwise and consent not to whom to the to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railing, and evil surmising." So I've had it before. Like, I have family members that are into the streets, and they got a lot of money. They got big houses, boats, cars, and things like that. Nice clothes, Versace this, Versace that. Walk around with about 10 bands in their pocket. That's their lifestyle. And what I'm saying, they go to church and everything like that, and pray. You know what I'm saying? And they literally be like, "The Lord know I'm out here in these streets." Yeah, you're right. He do. But they feel like because they blessed and they ain't been to jail, and ain't nobody, what I'm saying, shot them, or, what I'm saying, they still alive. They feel like they blessed because they feel like they living a good life because of the money, you know? So they'll sit there try to tell me what I'm doing is wrong. That I'm missing out on my blessings because I have a gift in certain things, but I choose to do the work, to focus more on the work of the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai versus, you know what I'm saying, trying to going course to the will of the world. So they act like they can teach me something, about being godly, you know? All right. Verse 5, it says, perverse disputing of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such draw thyself. So you're supposed to draw yourself away from these people. I don't mess with them like that, but they are family members. But the thing is, like that's the whole thing. Even with IUIC, they think gain is godliness. That's what the church believes. Gain is godliness. If you get a good house, a big house, you know, oh, that's a blessing from the Lord. That's a blessing from the Lord. All right. What happens if you get in this big house and some crazy junk happens, and you know what I'm saying, you die in the house or something weird just happened. You know what I'm saying? How do you know what's a blessing and what's not? All right. People wouldn't have thought that uh, Joseph getting sold to the Arabs and getting taken to Egypt was a blessing. They would have thought that was a curse, but that was a blessing for all of Israel to eat. So you got to be understanding what a true blessing really is. You can lose a job and feel like you had dead end, but that'd be a blessing for another better situation to open up versus if you would have kept that job. That blessing would have opened up for you. All right, so understanding what blessings are, man. So you know what I'm saying, and then understanding what blessings are will let you know what you should treasure when you're here on this earth. All right. Okay. This is verse 6. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. All right. Content in what? Contentment in the truth, contentment in the word, contentment with wisdom, the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, for we brought nothing into this world, and it's certain we can carry nothing out. And that's the thing. The world fools you for you to believe that you have to gain all these riches and all these perverse things, but you came in with nothing and you're gonna leave with nothing. You can't, it's like a dream. Like, you know how you wake up, you have all these things in a dream, and you wake up from that dream and you don't have none of those things that you had in the dream. You know? All right. It says, and having food and raiment, let us be there with content. All right. You got a roof over your head. Right. And some are, and by all, like, if you, there's some people that are in the truth that got money. And if that's the case, then, it says whether rich or poor, have a good heart towards the Lord. Let me see if I can find that real quick. All right, this is Sirach chapter 26, verse 4. It says, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. All right? And that's just the thing. If you do have money and your treasures are still on the kingdom, then more power to you. That's a beautiful thing. You're a very blessed person. But if you don't even realize that we in bondage and you feel like that money can get you out, you're doomed. All right? It says, verse 9, it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. All right. So you destroy yourself chasing after this money, man. All right. It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet convert after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So when you're running after that money, you're running on the way to your destruction, man. You know, and that's just the thing. And then aside from the money, it's like it. Aside from the money, what else do you have people treasure or cherish? They treasure like men. Some of you men treasure your woman. You know, here's the thing. All right, some of you men treasure your woman, and some of you women don't treasure your man. Like if you have a man in the truth, you're supposed to treasure that man because he is your head. He is your way into the kingdom. If Yahweh gave you a man that's in the truth, that is a blessing from him unto you. All right, that should be your treasure. Okay. All right. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. It says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahushua is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body." So that's what, like, you know what I'm saying? If you have a man of the Lord, of course, you know what I'm saying, you have your mind on the Lord, but you also have your mind on that man because he is your savior. He's the one that's going to bring you into the kingdom. So you're supposed to treasure that, you know? And with that being said, all right, you don't do anything to disrupt that bond because, you know what I'm saying, just like Yahushua made a sacrifice for the elect of the children of Israel, for a man to be dealing with the woman, he's making a sacrifice also. Because for one, Paul said, "I wish that you could be like I am, a eunuch." Paul didn't even deal with women at all. So if a man, um, accepts you as being his mate on this side, knowing that you're not his true mate, because, you know what I'm saying, we're all supposed to, you know what I'm saying, we're a nation of adulterers because these women were forced into adultery because the first man they pop, that's their mate, that's their husband. But being in a Gentile state of mind, we're reborn. If you're reborn with a man that's in the truth, man, and you're in the truth, all right, that's something you should cherish. That should be your treasure. A woman's family and household, because that's your taste of the kingdom right there. You shouldn't do anything to disrupt that. So that's where your mind should be. If you're at work, especially if you're at work, because think about it, you spend 8 hours a day at work. You know what I'm saying? And then I heard a woman say to me at work the other day, "Oh, here come my work husband." Yo, yo, what? What is that? "Oh, that's my husband at work. But when I got home, my husband is my husband." I'm like, yo, that's so disrespectful. You know, and the thing about it is, like, this society is all out of whack anyway. If you see a woman with her head covered, or any, like, if a woman tell you she got a man at home, that should be the end of it. There should be no more communication after that. I mean, you're gonna have to communicate, like, all right, pass. If you work at a fast food restaurant, pass the cheese or some shit, pass the buns or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, like, an intimate conversation could be taken a long way. You know, so now you're building a treasure somewhere else within something else and someone else, and not even understanding it. Because a lot of times, all it takes is time. You might not even be interested in the individual, but when you spend a lot of time with somebody, it's a physical. It's natural for you to be attracted to that person or drawn to that person. All right, let's take a dog and a cat. Dogs and cats are animals that hate each other, right? But if you put a dog and a cat, and they stay around each other for a long time, they'll grow fond of each other. But naturally they're against each other. Just like how that's just how we're against this society. So when we go out in the world, we have to live in the world, but we don't have to be a part of this world. We're supposed to show that separation. We're supposed to be like women. You're supposed to be like these men are supposed to be like, damn, I wish I had a bitch like that, bro. She don't talk to nobody. All she do is she come and do her work and she go home. That's flattering to a man, especially a man of the Lord, because that's how it's supposed to be. You know, I seen a post that a chick posted on Facebook, and she says she's an Israelite. Um, it was something in the sense, if a man is not rebellious or doesn't have a cause, he doesn't need to be in your life. You know, and that's what we are the light of the world. The Lord willing, I'm part of that number, the elect of Israel, the ones that understand and have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we become a treasure. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. Isaiah chapter 13. Uh, Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man the golden wedge of Ophir. All right. So we become treasures coming into the knowledge of wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We become treasures. All right. This is Isaiah 32 and 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as a river of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right. It says, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. And so we have the light eyes that see and the ears that can hear and understand the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so we become that hiding place because we come in the name of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and said the name of the Lord is a strong tower. All right, those that believe in the name run into it and they are safe. And we become that tower. The men of we're like little Yahweh Shais on this earth. All right, because we're coming in His name. We're not coming in our own name. You know, it says, let me jump down to. All right, let me start to jump down to verse 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at the ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. And how are you going to give ear to their speech? Listening to the men. So if you have a man in the household, you definitely shouldn't be listening to any other dude, like what he has to say about anything, because that's just wrong. Scripture said, if a woman shall learn anything, shall learn from her husband at home. All right. So basically, and these women, these Jake women, they gonna catch it tough, man. The Most High is really gonna test y'all faith, you know. Especially because since the beginning that you made a covenant with the devil, letting him whisper in your ear. Because if I'm not, and when Adam told Eve, hey, the Lord said we ain't supposed to do none of this, we ain't supposed to eat off any of these trees. I mean, we can eat off all the trees except don't eat off that tree. You know what I'm saying? So basically, she went back and said, yo, my husband told me yada yada yada, this, that, and the third. Oh, he told you that? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what men do. All right. So if a woman, if you have a man that's in the truth, man, you know, you cherish that. That should be a treasure unto you. All right. And if you have a woman, if you have a wife, you don't really supposed to cherish your wife like that. I know it sounds like a double standard, but if you really wanna if you really want to be there for your wife and your kids, you know, you would keep your eyes on the prize, which is, you know what I'm saying, the kingdom of heaven, where that way they'll be safe. You ain't got to worry about the kids being, you know what I'm saying, attacked or kidnapped. You ain't got to worry about nobody trying to holler at your woman in the kingdom, you know, because everything will be in order, you know. You don't have to have a care in the world. That would be a beautiful thing, man. That's where your mind is set on. The ones that want that, the ones that want this world, they'll deal with that kind of shit. They'll make up excuses. Oh, these bitches ain't shit anyway. Fuck them. Nah, I mean, they could be some shit if everything was in order. A woman in order is a beautiful thing, man. A very beautiful thing. Is that these bitches ain't shit because why? They out of order. You know, some of y'all niggas ain't shit because y'all are out of order. I mean, what do you expect? Ain't none of y'all 2/3 niggas trying to show these women the kingdom. You're not trying to show them righteousness. The only thing you show them is wickedness, so they're gonna show you the same in return. You attract what you put to the universe. You reap what you sow. The scriptures tell you that. You know. All right. So cherishing your woman, man. The best thing to be for your woman and kids, man, is a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. All right. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 33. It says, "But whosoever shall deny Shalaki." All right. Yeah. All right. It says, "But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven." All right. So basically, you know, when you're putting other things before you, how about Shem Yahushai? You know, when you're putting things before, that wasn't the scripture I was looking for. I was looking for verse 37. But when you put anything before you, how about Shem Yahushai? You know, when it comes that time when you shall seek his help, he's going to put you to the back burner. This is our verse 37. It says, "He that loveth father, mother, more than me." That goes for anything. You love your wife more than Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, even women, these women that believe but don't have men that are believers. You know, you still gotta you don't have Yahweh Shai in your house, so you gotta put him first. You know what I'm saying? Put Yahweh Shai first. But you women that have men that are on the truth, you know, you putting him first is just like putting Yahweh Shai first. You get what I'm saying? Like putting the will of the Father through him first. Say it like that. All right. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me." All right. "And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me." All right. He that he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. And you know, it's kind of boring. I feel like women find men that are in the truth kind of boring, so we don't like to do all that extra stuff. All right. And these women be like, "I want to live. I want to live. I want to live." They're always saying that. I can't. I'm always in the house. I gotta be. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta work. I want to live. All right. The scripture say, "He that try to save his life shall lose." So you are out here trying to live in this world, and it's corrupt. You're going to become corrupt just like this world. That's with anything. It's you dudes following money. Um, Men following after your wife, following after your kids. All right. So basically, you know, basically follow after the will and the understanding of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Wisdom is what's gonna get you the treasures that you really want. All right, I'm gonna close it out with this. This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "For wisdom is better than rubies." It says, "And all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. And that's just it. And so desired or cherished or treasured shouldn't be compared to wisdom. All right. So that should be our main focus. How can I become more wise as a man? How can I become more wise as a woman? In the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Not falling for the lust of this world, man. That's just it. With that being said, I'd like to say Ka Halayim La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahushua, Ba Hashem Harakak Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Archon that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.